to our channel. My name is Janay. I am half of the Devon Janay show. Before I get into detail about what this video is about, go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe. Join our family. Okay, without further ado, as you can tell from the title of this video, is a video about more into depth about why we took a year off and why we kind of fell off the wagon and why we're back now. So without further ado, let's get it. Okay, so excuse the mess, me and my environment, excuse it, and excuse me. I am about to go to the gym and I thought, well, let me talk about what's been going on. So, and the background is because we decided yesterday we wanted to make a fort, make our marriage more fun. Devon never had a fort, I never been in a fort, so we made one. So this is the results of it, whatever. So back to business. Okay, now that is explained. Okay, in the past 365, we celebrated our second year of marriage. We've been in this apartment for another year, getting closer together, getting closer to God. But most importantly, what happened in the past year was me. I've been having some health issues, and I was listening to my body, and I knew something wasn't right. If, like, you go through your whole life feeling a certain way and never having certain problems, then all of a sudden, bam, you have problems. And so one day, I was on birth control, you know, the thing that they put in your arm for 3 years. I had it for probably 3 years and like 2 months. No more than that. Finally got it taken out. And you know, people have different things going on with them on birth control. Me, I didn't have a period the whole time. I probably had one in the middle that lasted a couple days, but that was it. Other than that, I didn't have a period, so I forgot what it felt like to have a period, because I went 3 years without having one. Because I started when I was 16. Got this when I was 18, so I can't remember if I was one of those types that had a regular period, that if it hurt a lot or anything like that. I couldn't remember it. So time flew by, and I'm noticing I'm not having a period. So I keep going to my OBGYN and figure out why am I not having one. And when I do have one, it's not every 30 days. So I was like, so what's going on? And they ran all these tests and they could not figure out what was wrong with me. Meanwhile, I still was not getting periods. So my OBGYN referred me to a specialist, and that specialist is an endocrinologist, which, if you don't know who they are, they're a doctor. Okay. An endocrinologist is a doctor that specializes in the studies of hormones. So you have a lot of people that are diabetic that see endocrinologists. You know, I'm going there, me being, at the time I was 23, me being like the youngest patient in their lobby. And I'll see signs everywhere that's talking about diabetes and cataracts, and I'm like, I think I'm in the wrong doctor's office. Why was I referred to come here? So saw that doctor, and she ran tests, and she was like, you're not my normal clientele, but if you're, based on what your OBGYN set in your chart, I think I do need to see you and check your thyroid. Thyroid was fine. Check my blood cells, they were fine. She checked everything she could, all my hormones. She checked my endorphins, everything she could think of from A to Z that she could check. Everything was good except for my pituitary gland. If you don't know what that is, like a little tiny thing, probably that big at the base of your brain, that holds your hormones. You have different hormones. There was one hormone that I had that was extremely dangerously high. It was called the prolactin. Prolactin is the breastfeeding hormone. So basically, if you're pregnant, you are able to give up and secrete milk. That's basically what that hormone is for. So me being 22, 23, never been pregnant, never had a kid, never miscarried, none of that stuff. Why is this hormone high? She said, well, it's one of the side effects. It's not too common with this medicine because before it can be sold, it has to be FDA approved and go through trials and tests for their side effects and all that. They didn't have that many people with this side effect. There are some of us out there. There's just not that many of us. So, sorry, I have bangs that I pulled back. So, with that being said, so mine was high, and then we narrowed it down. It was the thing in my arm. So we checked, and it was not, because sometimes it gets embedded into your arm, and they take it out, but they don't take all of it out. All of it was gone, so it wasn't still in me. But when my body was secreting this hormone, it was basically attaching to the fat cells in my body. I am the heaviest I've ever been. I gained, since I was probably like 180 pounds when I had this next one I'll put in. And currently, before I started going to the gym, all that, currently I am 286 pounds. Well, before I started the gym, I've lost 5 pounds and counting. But so it was attaching to my fat cells. I have gained 100 pounds. I know I had stopped playing basketball because I injured my knee, but I really didn't eat too much fat foods. I didn't eat a lot of candy, a lot of chips or anything like that. So me gaining weight really should have set off a red flag. But you know, you put it on so fast, you don't realize that it's on you until you wake up and bam, I'm having to buy bigger clothes. I'm having to buy bigger bras. I now have like a double chin, you know. My face is fatter. All this should have been red flags. I was so busy like being stressed, trying to find a job that pays me good enough, that had good enough hours, so where I could either afford insurance or be offered insurance. So, and being a good wife to my husband, to the point where I was stressing myself out. So I was thinking I was gaining weight because I was stressed, because that does happen. If you're stressed, you'll retain your weight, you'll gain weight, it'll be hard to lose it. And then finally she diagnosed me. Hyperprolactinemia. That's when your prolactin is extremely normal. Like for somebody to not have a kid, your level is supposed to be between 4 and 23.6. Mine was a 75. So yeah, huge red flag. The doctor was trying to stay calm with me, like, we need to get you to get an MRI. I am claustrophobic, and I do not like being close spaces, so I was like, okay, but I have one with my knee, and they had me in there from like the chest down. So I was like, okay, so I had one with my knee, so I'm thinking, oh, when I had my knee checked out, they had me in there from like the chest down. So that, I was like chest up out, you know, just laying there. I had headphones in, listening to music, because the MRIs are loud. But I go, mind you, I'm claustrophobic, super claustrophobic, like to the point where I will probably almost pass out. I can see blood and guts and stuff, but put me in a closed space. Cannot do it. So I went in there and I'm laying down. MRI technician didn't tell me that he was going to hook an IV to me. So I'm in there. First of all, I'm in there. Like, my whole body's in there. I'm like, wait a minute. How come when my knee got checked, y'all just put chest down in there? But when I'm getting my head checked out, you want to put my whole body in. Something's not adding up. 1 and 1 does not equal 2 here. So what is good? What is up? What is the problem? So I'm like, okay, whatever. He just said I just need to be there for 20 minutes. So I was like, okay, I can go to sleep or something for 20 minutes. I get in there. He's like, give me your arm. And I'm like, for what? And he takes my arm. And he was like, okay, I'm about to inject you. I said, no, you're not. Which I'm not afraid of needles or anything like that. Well, this condition, I've had to get my blood extracted every visit, and I'd have to go see her at least every 6 weeks, sometimes more than that. So imagine how often she's taking my blood to check my levels, and every time she'll check them and go higher and higher and higher, and I would get these really, really bad headaches, like right here, sometimes right here, sometimes right here, but it was always in the front of my head. I've never had bad headaches. My mom had them, but I never got them. I've never had a bad headache. If I get a headache, it's because I'm hungry and I need to eat. And as soon as I eat, it's gone. So, for me have a headache, well, I wouldn't even call it a headache, a migraine all day. But back to the technician, I was like, no, I'm getting out of here. I'm getting out. No. I'm crying, looking at my husband. I'm a strong person. I'm looking at my husband, I'm crying. I'm like, I can't do it. I can't do it. He's like, it's okay, we can leave. And I felt bad because my husband had to skip class that day to take me. So, went back to the doctor and told her what happened. This time she prescribed me medicine, so I was to be calm and I'll stay in there. If not, fall asleep in there. Because I told her how I was manhandled and I was misinformed about this medicine. And then she apologized to me because she didn't even tell me herself. But yeah, they have to inject you so they can look at your brain better or something, which is fine. Because I looked it up and I was doing research before I even got in there. That never even popped up on the internet. Like, WebMD, you failed me. Like, do better. You failed. And so, months go by because I either can't do it or my insurance lapsed because I switched jobs or I couldn't afford it anymore. But now I got a job that pays enough, the most I've ever been paid, plus it gives me insurance. So finally I was like, hey yo doc, I'm gonna get in there. And she said, are you sure? Because at this point it's life or death. Like, I need to make sure you do not have a tumor in there. But to be honest, she told me, she was like, you have something in there because I'm giving you medicine and I have to take a pill once a week to keep my hormone down. I'm taking this pill religiously every day at the same every Friday at the same time in the morning between 10 and 12. So there's no lapse in my medicine, nothing. And she said, if I were to take you off this medicine, Janay, if I were to take you off this medicine, there's no telling how high your level would be, because right now you're at 90 on the medicine. So think about that for a second. This medicine is supposed to bring your hormone down, right? But you're on the medicine and your levels keep going up and up and up. There's something in there. So we need to go in there and check. Like, you know how doctors are supposed to be nice and sugarcoat things to you? And she said, I care about you. I really do. I need you to go get that test done. Looked me in my eyes. She said, Janay, go get that test done, ma'am. I can't fix you unless I know what's in there. And you know, meanwhile, I'm getting prayed over by the elders and the ministers and the bishop. All the prayer words I know at my church. I told them a little bit about my problem, what's going on, and asked them to pray for me. And they've all been praying for me. My family's been praying for me. My husband and I have been praying for me the most. And then finally, and you know, I know God kept me because this whole time that I was procrastinating, the tumor got bigger and bigger and bigger, and it could have killed me. It really could have. And to get rid of it, they have to get like a little scope and go through your nose so they don't have to drill a hole in your skull, which I'm glad because I really like my hair. And under this weave, it's natural. Like, it's past my shoulders and it's curly 4B hair. Took me forever to grow and maintain and take care of. I don't want to have to shave it for a condition that I have no part in, never even knew existed before this year. So, and they have to get a scope and go through your nose and then get a machine and kind of like cut it out and then take it out. So he kept me because it could have killed me. So by the time I actually had the insurance, had the money, had the time and all that stuff to go get it done, I told my husband, I was like, Devon, I need to go. And he was like, Janay, I know, you need to get in there. Do you need me in there to hold your hand? Because we found an open MRI, which they can, it's kind of like the same thing, but I can, my arms are out and there's spaces at the beside me, so I'm not supposed to move, but I can look and see the wall, you know. And the whole time I was in there, I was singing my favorite gospel songs by Jacqueline Carr and songs, all of her songs, all the ones I can think of. Tamla Mann, all my favorite gospel singers, I was singing them there with me that whole day. Jesus was with me, everybody was with me, and I'm thanking God for everything he's done for me and keeping me, because when she checked it, and this is how I know it was life or death, because my last MRI took a couple days to get it back when I had my knee done, but because this was in my brain, they did it that morning. And I kid you not, before the day was up that day, my doctor called me, and she wasn't the one that did it. It was a different facility. So, mind you, that morning I went like around 8 o'clock to get it over with. By the time 3 o'clock came, she had already had it, looked through it, and called me. Must have been real serious. You feel me? Must have been really serious if she had it that fast. And she was like, oh, I have good news for you. Well, you had a tumor based off of like how your gland is shaped, because it looks like, imagine like being in the sand, dropping a rock in the sand, and then when you pick up the rock, there's a dent in there. She said that's how my pituitary gland looked. There was a dent there, so she knew there was something there that was supposed to be there, but it's gone. It was gone. It was there, but now it's gone. So when I say this, when I say I beat cancer, I mean it. I'm not just saying that for clout. I'm not saying it for attention, because believe me, I get enough attention from my husband and myself, because I stay in the mirror. But I beat it really, really well, because I went to the people praying over me, and they said, we can pray over you all you want us to, and we will, but you have to pray over yourself. You have to speak to your body and let your body know you are in control. If you feel a headache coming on, be like, no, not today. I am God's child, and you will not hurt. You will go away. This pain that I feel will go away. And guess what? I was doing it. I was speaking into existence. I am a big person about this, speaking to existence. I have a prayer wall in our bedroom that I made myself. It says pray on it. And then me and my husband sat down and we wrote down what we want to achieve in our lives. Everything I wanted on there. Be a famous actress, to be a famous model, to be successful, to own several businesses, for us to be closer to God, for us to never divorce, for us to have children of our own, because until this was fixed, I'm not able to have kids. I guess not even in the cards. But now that I'm cancer free and I've beaten it, I'm able to have kids. I'm not ready for them right now, but I'm able to. Like, that's the thing. Like, that was a big thing with me, learning that I wasn't, even though I didn't want kids, I kid around like, oh, I want kids, but like deep down inside, I know I'm not ready, physically, emotionally, spiritually. My husband's not ready. He's still in school. Like, band takes a lot of his time. Matter of fact, he's at band right now. And if I were to have a kid right now, he would have to drop out of school to help take care of the child. We're not able to. Hearing that I was not able to have a kid made me feel broken. and it made me feel like I was not able to do this. Women, we can do a lot of things, but one of the top things that we should be able to do is to bear kids. And me being a wife, I'm expected to give my husband a child, at least one. Hearing that I wasn't able to do that hurt me deep, and I don't think people understand what all I went through. And for me to just come and just have a smile on my face and act like nothing's wrong, because I don't like pity. I don't like the look of pity. I don't like feeling that I'm being pitied. I don't like it. I'm getting a little bit emotional now thinking about how far I've come in 2018 alone. Like, when 2018 first started, this year's gonna be different. Something's gonna happen. But thinking that, I was assuming something good was gonna happen. Like, which it did. I got signed to a modeling agency in Nashville. Well, a talent agency in Nashville. They do more than modeling. They do acting, and then they do musicians and singers. They do all that stuff. I'm signed. So somebody out there knows I exist. That's step one. But now that I have my health under control, I can do whatever. The sky is the limit. And ultimately, that's why we're back on YouTube. To share our life, to share our love. Black love matters. Black lives matter. We want to share that and who we are with the world. So I just want to thank my subscribers, all 7 of y'all. Thanks for being the first in our journey. Thanks for sharing with us. Thanks for being with us. Thanks for being a part of our family. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. But I just want to let y'all in on what's been going on and what happened to me and us, and why YouTube kind of was on the back burner. But now we back. I have videos that I'm in the process of editing right now to bring up to you guys. It's good to be back. Ooh, 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 ooh. Hey. Stay tuned for my hype playlist, because my friend Joria at Just Joria, she does playlists and reactions. She told me that's one of the things I should do, is make my own playlist. So you know what? That's what I'm gonna do. It's on the list. It's coming. It's hot. It's coming. Yeah.
Drowning you, cause they know this tongue of pistol. I ain't scared to make it shoot. Fine, dine. I'm eating shrimp
on a private island. I'm the champ. I be cancer. Ay. I be cancer. Ay. I be cancer. Ay. I be cancer. Woo! I be cancer. Ay. 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 Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And stay tuned for the next video. Bye!